Hello and welcome. My name is Marc Blatstein. I'm the physician who founded and created Physician Pre-Sentence Report Service. Today is number 5 in the 6 series regarding medical records. And this should have been long prepared before the pre-sentence interview, but we are going to go through it today. And this whole series is things that you are planning for long before the date that you surrender. So here we go. So understanding the importance and the impact of medical preparations. Again, if it's incomplete and it's not on your pre-sentence report, understand that is care omitted or delayed, you may not get the care that you need. And so I'm going to be reviewing old information. Hopefully this is old to you, because if it's new, then pay attention, because you're going to have to make sure that all information has been included in your pre-sentence report. All records from your physician, contact information, name, address, phone number, website, email address, all of your blood laboratory results over the last number of years. That can be 2-3 years. All of the diagnostic copies of all of your diagnostic tests. This is going to be x-rays, CT scans, lab MRIs, ultrasounds, PET scans. You want to get you want to get the reports, but you also want to get them in CT format, or if they can give it to you on a flash drive, great. I would get two copies of everything, because most people don't have copies for their own records. If you've had any surgical procedures, you want to get copies of those reports and the pathology reports. This is everything from medical and psychiatric. If you've had hospital stays, you want to get copies of that. You want to make sure all of these records were in your pre-sentence report. You don't want to be stuck having to put them in an envelope, title the envelope legal mail, and bring it with you when you self-surrender. They need to have been part of your pre-sentence interview and your report. You want to have all of your prescriptions already put together for your pre-sentence interview. This is prescriptions for medications and medical devices. Medical devices are prosthetics, orthotics, prescription diabetic shoes, CPAP machines, eyeglasses. If you have oxygen that you use every day, everything. Don't take anything for granted. And all your medications, long before your pre-sentence interview, should have gone through with your attorney and then reviewed by yourself or with your physicians. The medications are on formulary. There are 3 different tiers. The tiers are going to be either they're on form, everything is generic. So no matter what you're taking, you need to review if it's on formulary, which means that the Bureau of Prisons will have it available for you. If it's non-formulary, according to their list, then it means they have it available, but they're not going to give it to you easily. You may have to wait 6 months to 18 months to get it. Well, that's a long time to go without being given the medication, which means that they're going to try and give you something different. You want to be able to take the formulary list online to your physician. I have all the medications on my spreadsheets here. I'm more than willing to work with you. Or whoever else that you're using to guide you. I'm sure if you have a consultant, they'll have that information available for you also, or your attorney. Then there's medications that, if they're not available, they're going to be therapeutic substitutions. Well, if it's not available, you want to make sure you have your physician available in this decision-making process. And that's because whether it's non-formulary or non-available, you need the doctor to review the drugs that the Federal Bureau of Prisons has as an option. And if your physician feels that these drugs don't meet the standard of care in the community, not only should you ask the physician for him or her to write a letter stating that they may not meet the standard of care in the community, but in addition to that, your attorney may feel, and I'll agree, that hopefully they're willing to come to your sentencing hearing because the judge is going to want to speak to them. And having your judge speak, having your attorney, no, having your physician at the sentencing hearing is very important because the judge is going to want to have that input, and that may affect either the information in the judge's order to the BOP, although the Bureau of Prisons doesn't care what the judge writes in the order from once they get you. But maybe maybe the judge will say, listen, they may order you just to stay home and be under supervised release, but under, home detention. I don't know. Then on the standard surrender day, if your medical record says that you're severely claustrophobic, well, if you surrender anywhere other than to a federal prison camp, if you're going to a satellite prison camp, it is usual that they're going to put you into administrative holding as soon as you get they search you and they put you into their clothing, if you will, and send your other clothing home. Well, they're going to put you into administrative holding for a period of time. I mean, and believe me, it's claustrophobic if you have that happen to you, especially if your records from the court are not there. And while everything appears to be, according to what I've read and heard, is going smoothly because they're now everything sent electronically. Well, electronically only works if the human on the other end is entering the information accurately and on time. Otherwise, they're going to tell you, because it's something they told me, it could take up to a month. Well, that can make something that's claustrophobic being put in isolation or administrative holding claustrophobia on steroids. And so, if you take medication for that, how can the judge ensure that those medications hopefully will be available for you? And so properly understanding the BOP medical policy is important to ensure that all of your medication is available. Make sure that that you're getting the correct medical attention is to make sure that your pre-sentence report accurately reflects your medical history. Additionally, if you have a medical urgent need at that time and you've reviewed the BOP's medical policy, it is possible, if you have an impending surgery that cannot be done before you enter the BOP, that properly executed, your attorney can make a BOP placement request into a federal medical center where that can go ahead and be anticipated, and hopefully you get the procedure done at that time. I hope you found this helpful, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen out of your busy day. Have a good day.